The Emerald Horizon, the narrative of the Emerald Tablets. Introduction. The Sovereign of the Depths. Imagine a world before recorded history, where the great island of Atlantis rises majestic and unyielding above the primordial oceans. This is not a primitive society, but a towering, highly developed civilization powered by an absolute mastery of natural forces, geometry, and the cosmic architecture. At the center of this golden era stands Thoth, an Atlantean king, scientist, and high priest who has mastered the secrets of the halls of Amenti, a hidden subterranean cosmic rift where the very energies of life are regenerated. But beneath the surface of this advanced empire, corruption begins to take root. Citizens of Atlantis grow arrogant, misusing their profound technology and aligning themselves with lower destructive forces. As the cosmic balance shatters, the great oceans rise in a terrifying apocalyptic deluge to cleanse the planet. Commanded by the masters of reality, Thoth gathers his sacred scrolls, tools, and a select group of survivors into a grand airship, escaping into the skies just as Atlantis sinks forever into the dark Atlantic depths. Part 1. The founding of Khem and the pyramids. Thoth's vessel navigates the stormy skies of a flooded planet, eventually landing in the land of Khem, ancient territory that would become Egypt. On arrival, they are met by fierce, primitive desert tribes armed with clubs and spears, ready to destroy the intruders. Thoth does not respond with brute force. Instead, he steps out of his vessel and raises his staff, releasing a targeted wave of high energy that instantly paralyzes the attackers, freezing them in place. Demonstrating absolute dominance over the physical plane, he releases the freeze once they bow down in acknowledgement of his mastery. From this desert outpost, Thoth systematically builds a new civilization designed to preserve the lost wisdom of Atlantis. He begins with the blueprint of the Great Pyramid. Thoth designs and constructs the Great Pyramid of Giza, not as a simplistic tomb for a pharaoh, but as a massive, high-fidelity geometric lens. It is engineered to channel cosmic energy down into a subterranean chamber, cutting directly through the Earth's crust to establish a permanent anchor to the halls of Amenti. Then, he creates an indestructible record. Deep beneath the paws of the Sphinx, Thoth creates a hidden subterranean library, burying the advanced scientific instruments and records of Atlantis, sealing them with sophisticated energetic traps, waiting for a future generation to reach the intellectual maturity required to unlock them safely. Part 2. The Descent into the Halls of Amenti. The engine of Thoth's authority is his ability to conquer physical death. When his material body begins to age and decay, he systematically leaves the surface world and descends deep into the earth through the majestic halls of Amenti. Passing through the heavy, energetic gateways guarded by entities that demand absolute structural alignment, Thoth enters a vast, subterranean vacuum where space and time bend. Seated in his chamber are the 7 lords of Amenti, cosmic intelligences who govern the specific frequencies of our planetary universe. In this space, Thoth detaches his consciousness from his physical form, placing his body into a state of suspended animation beneath the flower of life, a radiant, burning core of pure energy. By bathing his mind and subtle body in this primal spark, completely recharges his internal battery, rising from the chamber centuries later in a renewed, youthful manifestation to guide humanity across different historical eras. Part 3: The Warfare of the Shadows. The narrative takes a dark, highly defensive turn as Thoth pulls back the curtain on the hidden, invisible war occurring right beneath our noses. He reveals that humanity is not alone on this planet. We share it with snake-like people, shape-shifting, interdimensional entities from a lower density who entered our world during ancient eras through forbidden blood rituals. Thoth explains that these shadow entities cannot inhabit light, so they operate in the background of human societies, masquerading as rulers, politicians, and authorities to keep humanity trapped in a state of fear, conflict, and economic despair. The illusion of form. These entities appear human to the untrained eye, but Thoth provides a flawless diagnostic tool. They cannot hold their human form when subjected to specific vowel tones and geometric light frequencies. The word of power. Thoth weaponizes the cosmic word Vak, a sharp acoustic frequency that instantly shatters the interdimensional cloaking mechanism of the shadow entities, forcing them back into their native reptilian density and neutralizing their ability to manipulate human focus. Epilogue: The Resonance Threshold. Burn away the ancient Atlantean mythology and look at the raw, hard-nosed physics of Thoth's narrative. It outlines a strict operational concept: the resonance threshold. Most people spend their modern lives completely reacting to the gravity of their environment. They get pulled down by corporate gaslighting, overwhelmed by sudden financial chaos, systematically drained by toxic relationships. They act as if they are helpless passengers in a crashing vehicle, hoping an external force will arrive to save them. The Emerald Tablets shatter this victim mentality by proving that frequency dictates form. The challenges you face, whether it's a stagnant professional environment or a sudden overwhelming obstacle, only hold power over you if you match their low frequency vibration of panic and doubt. Like Thoth paralyzing the tribesmen in the desert, you neutralize the threat by refusing to play on its level. You change your internal state first, raising your focus to a position of absolute analytical clarity and unyielding discipline. Stop fighting the shadows on their own terms. When you encounter systemic noise or deceptive environments, don't argue with them. Apply your own strategic Vak, meaning you look at the raw, cold data of reality, call out the hypocrisy clearly, and anchor your strategy in unshakable truth. By crossing your own internal resonance threshold, you drop the dead weight of your surroundings, causing the obstacles to naturally dissolve so you can operate with absolute dominance and personal sovereignty,